Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever I'm finding you today. Welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be looking at one Am I Overreacting post. Only one today because this is a very long story, and I would like to dedicate a lot of time on breaking it down and getting into the juicy details. I'm really interested in getting into this one, so get comfortable. Get yourself a little drinky, and let's get into it, shall we? Am I overreacting? I found out my boyfriend has a secret Snapchat conversation with women he never really told me about. Now I'm the controlling one. This is under the category relationship. Sorry, you can hear some of my cats playing in the background. Okay, let's begin, shall we? I'm hurt. Bear with me, this is a long post, but I truly need some outside perspectives because I honestly don't know what to do. I really appreciate your brutally honest thoughts. I love this man and I'm desperately trying to understand him. But if you don't have the time to read the entire backstory, please at least scroll down to my boundaries and let me know if I'm asking too much. We are going to read. Me, female 26, and my boyfriend, male 29. Okay, 3-year age gap, that's fine. Have been together for almost half a year, and last week I found out, through a screen recording he sent me of something completely unrelated, that he frequently talks to women on Snapchat. Women he's never once mentioned to me. Okay, they could just be friends. You've only been dating for half a year. I'm totally fine with him having female friends. I always have been. He's told me about the women he hangs out with in real life. In real life versus in gaming, I guess. And I've had no issue with that. But these women on Snapchat, they're old co-workers or people he's met through social media, according to him. And I've never even heard of their names before. Okay, you've only been dating for about 6 months, give or take. I don't know, I want to give her the benefit of the doubt, but you've not been dating long enough to meet all of his friends, especially past co-workers and, people he just talks to on and off. I'm gonna carry on. When I confronted him about it, he downplayed the entire thing and got defensive. He calls them fillers. He called them fillers. And I told him if they're just fillers, then it shouldn't be a big deal to delete them. What are fillers? Fillers can refer to someone who is in a relationship primarily to fill the void or have a relationship. A girlfriend. Oh, it's a placeholder partner? If they're just fillers, it shouldn't be a big deal to delete them. So they are technically like a friends with benefits thing. And that's when he switched up and started calling them his friends. And he said he refuses to remove them. I mean, you can still be friends with, past flings. But that's not the point here, it's the fact that he switched. Here's the thing, I didn't even ask him to delete his friends. I asked him to delete the fillers, the women he's in frequent contact with on Snapchat, who I didn't even know existed. But he kept twisting my words and insisting I was trying to control who he's friends with. Okay, I'm sensing some gaslighting. The fact that he went, oh no, they're not fillers, they're just friends, and you're trying to dictate my friendships is very, gaslighty. The part that really stings is that I've been so clear from the very beginning on how important open communication, respect, and boundaries are to me. And he's always agreed with that until now, apparently. I've even deleted my own male fillers, which, friends with benefits, or placeholders. I think placeholders is a better word. Guys I used to talk to but didn't have close friendships with. And keep all my male friendships on apps that aren't secretive, like Snapchat's not really secretive. You can probably hear some more cat playing in the background. Nothing gets deleted, and I'm always upfront with my boyfriend about who I'm talking to and why. He's always appreciated that. He's never had to ask. I did it because that's just how I operate in a relationship. Anyway, I told him again I'm fine with female friends, but the issue is he never told me about these women. And it's all happening on an app where messages disappear. They don't disappear, actually. They only disappear after 24 hours. The messages do stay, so you can go back and look at them. They stay for 24 hours, then they delete. So it's not like you can swipe them away. Unless there's like a setting that changes that, but as far as I know, they do stay for 24 hours. I also reminded him of the time in the past when he accepted a friend's request from an old Friends with Benefits on Snapchat. Okay, so filler is just like a placeholder, not including Friends with Benefits. He added a Friends with Benefits. You can be friends with Benefits if you are comfortable with it and your partner knows that there is like, boundaries, and the Friends with Benefit respects those boundaries too. He never told me about that either. Okay, there's the red flag. He didn't tell you about it. You found out by accident. I am seeing a lot of red flags from this guy. I will take back what I said earlier about not meeting all his friends immediately. Like, yes, it's true. You are in an early relationship. You shouldn't expect to meet all his friends, but I take it back. This guy seems to be delaying it as much as possible on purpose. He never told me about that. I found out by accident, and when I confronted him, he got defensive and said things like, "She added me, and we were literally friends." Oh, just because she added you doesn't mean you have to add her. This reminds me of a tweet, I believe it was, that I saw of reasons why your boyfriend cheated, and one of them was, from the guy's point of view, "She bought me a Jimmy John's sandwich. How else was I supposed to repay her?" This is giving me the same energy. She added me. I had to add her back. And it's the Friends with Benefits, so it's literally like a similar thing going on. I explained how that really affected me and how I'd made it very clear that the only way I could move on from that was with total honesty and open communication. I applaud this because open communication and establishing secure boundaries up front is amazing. This is how you do it. You should talk. The OP in this situation is incredible. Just talking, establishing boundaries, secure, clear boundaries as well. OP, you get all of the brownie badges, all of the gold stars. You are doing amazing. It's a shame that the boyfriend is taking advantage. I also reminded him that one of my boundaries is that we don't have any exes or people we've had something with on social media, Sorry, there should have been a comma, and that's okay. Again, he agreed to do that at the time. Okay, I understand some people are not comfortable with talking to exes. I'm fine with it, depending on the ex. If the ex was abusive, girly wigs, don't put yourself through that. If the ex cheated, don't talk to them. But if you parted on good terms, I don't mind. But some people do mind, and that's okay. But the fact that he agreed to those terms and broke those terms and those boundaries is a betrayal. But instead of acknowledging anything, he hit me with, "I thought we were over that." Well, if you thought so, you should have discussed it, my love. Why are you bringing it up again? Like, because it's happening again, question mark? This is very, very annoying because this guy is acting as though boundaries are like a one-off thing, or it's giving like consent is a one-time thing. No, boundaries need to be established and refreshed. Same with consent. You need to like always check in. And just because your partner didn't want something before doesn't mean that it's okay later on in the relationship, or like continuously not okay. With boundaries and with consent, you should always be checking up with them. Like, not every day, if, of course, like, if there's certain circumstances, but if there's a boundary like this, like not talking to exes, and an ex wants to get back in contact, that's when you like recheck in on the boundary and be like, okay, this ex wants to get back in contact. How are we on the boundary? And if the partner says no, you have to respect them. You are 50-50. You can't just betray their trust and assume that the boundary was no longer there. We kept arguing. I told him this behavior is not okay. It's not. He's completely betraying you. And if he can't meet me halfway with even the bare minimum of respect and transparency, we need to talk. You've been talking. You've been trying to talk, my love. I think you need to break up. You've been talking to him. All you've been doing is talking, and it's falling on deaf ears. He started getting extremely defensive and said a bunch of hurtful things like how I'm controlling his life and how he can't be friends with someone. Oh, how he can't be with someone who won't let him have female friends. That's not what you're saying, though. You are just saying that, oops, I just kicked something. You're just saying that you don't want him to be friends with exes, which he said okay to. He said he was fine with that and went behind your back. He betrayed you. You said you were fine with him having women friends multiple times. Once again, I reminded him, I'm not asking you to get rid of all your female friends. I'm asking you to communicate, to be transparent, and to not talk to random women on Snapchat where things disappear. I even said, if you want to have female friends, fine, but keep it on an app where messages don't get deleted, or at least actually communicate with me about it. You know what? Yes, valid, completely. His response? That Snapchat is more convenient and that the pixel quality is better when sending between Android and iPhone. Has this guy never heard of WhatsApp, Messenger, just texting? So I asked, so pixel quality and convenience are more important than making your own partner feel secure and respected? I mean, that is basically what he is saying. But that is probably not the right way to say it, but it is what he's saying, so you know what, go off, queen. Of course he got defensive again, said that it's not what he meant, and he told me he was tired of talking about this bullshit. Wow, he just swears. Then he started claiming that I told him to add... Then he started claiming I told him to add these women to his phone contacts instead of using Snapchat, which I never said. Wow, what a fucking gaslighter. All I did was explain what I do to make him feel secure in our relationship. What a grade A gaslighter. After a while, he keeps saying he's sorry and promises to do better with open communication. And let me guess, he doesn't. But when I ask why he hasn't been communicating the way I need, he blames it on not being used to considering someone else. That is toxic. I'm not used to considering someone else's feelings. Disgusting. Get in the bin. And says things like, it didn't matter to me, so I didn't think I needed to say, just because it didn't matter to you. Oh, this man has no respect for women. This man, Jesus Christ. No, not even Jesus. Jesus does not need to see this. Oh, Jesus would be crying. He would be crying wine at the sight of this. And now, we're stuck in this never-ending fight about how to move forward. He thinks I'm overreacting. You're not, you're just reacting. I think he doesn't even understand the bare minimum of emotional boundaries. Hello, baby. Yuzora just popped up to say hi. Emotional boundaries needed when it comes to friendships with other genders. He says he loves me, does he? And that I'm his world. Hello, Zora. But I'm left questioning why he says that when his actions don't reflect it. Here are my boundaries. Number 1, block anyone who clearly wants more than friendship. Okay, I agree with that, 100%. Unless you can talk to them and make it clear that you have a partner in case they didn't know. And they respect those boundaries, like both of you mutually respect those boundaries to be like, okay, I'm fine with just friendship, and they don't go any further than that. It's always good to have friends. And don't just be a dick about it and be like, oh, no, I have a girlfriend or I have a boyfriend, never talk to me again. That's just rude. So if they keep trying to pursue you more than a friendship, then of course, block. 2, no to being someone else's main source of emotional support. Oh, don't be someone else's main source of emotional support, meaning they shouldn't be confiding in him multiple times a week or relying on him for constant emotional support. And never should he... Okay, I'm going to disagree with number 2, because a lot of my friends rely on me for emotional support, and that is because part of my training to become a mortician involves grievance counselling. So a lot of my friends who have lost a loved one have leaned on me for emotional support, even if they do have like a significant other or a partner or someone they're just talking to, they will still come to me for like grievance support and bereavement support. And that's okay. It's okay to lean on friends for support that you can't lean on a partner for, because some people have the ability to. There's a difference between seeking out emotional support and romantic support. So I think that should be tweaked a little bit. That's just my 2 cents on number 2. Number 3, no flirtatious or sexual jokes. This is dependent on the relationship, but in terms of this one, OP and the boyfriend, I agree, no flirtatious or sexual jokes, because that's the boundaries they set. Number 4, if he's having daily contact or snapping multiple... Sorry, my cats are fighting. If he's having daily contact or snapping multiple people multiple times a week, it should be with a real friend, someone he truly values friendship with, not just someone he sees as a filler. Okay, I could see that. Sure. 5, block anyone who disrespects me or our relationship. Yeah, sure. Yep, 100%. 6, no frequent, intimate, or deep emotional conversations. The first part I agree with. Deep emotional conversations, again, it's good to let it out to your friends, because if you always let it out to your partner, you're going to be emotionally drained from each other. But no frequent intimate conversations, yes. 7, be upfront about who these women are, how they met, how long they've known each other, and what kind of contact they have. I mean, it should just be standard practice to just be like, oh, this is my friend from yada yada yada. I am going to say, at this point, just break up. If this is not the bare minimum from the start, there are more rules as well. I'm just like, this is too much. OP deserves better, but some of these rules are a bit too much. Do you want to be your partner's counselor? There's 20. They're not overreacting, by the way. They're just asking too much. It's really awkward, because the boyfriend is in the wrong. But looking at all these rules, like I'm gonna read on. Number 8, no secretive deleting messages. Yeah, okay, I agree. No deleting messages, no secretive messages. Number 9, no compliments like you look so hot or you look so fine or anything sexual flirtatious. Mostly agree. You can compliment your friends and it not be romantic or sexual. Like, what are you supposed to say? Like, oh, good. When, like, your friend looks absolutely astounding in their, like, new outfit. Like, hype up your friends. Would she say the same if this was a guy? Like, obviously, like, it's up to you and your partner and what you agree on. But, you know, compliment your friends, you know, give an ego boost to your friends. Always be transparent about contact with another gender. Okay, this is number 10. When I talk to some of my friends, be it my gender, another gender, no gender, whenever I talk to them, the conversation's going to go from, like, bereavement support to, look at this massive shit I took. Would this person want me to go, hey, I'm talking to my friend about a massive shit I took. They told me that their shit blocked the toilet. Would they like me to talk about that over dinner? But at the same time, of course, be transparent about who you're talking to, just so they feel comfortable. This just sounds like they're not in a happy relationship on either side. 11. Always consider me and my feelings. Not their own feelings. No. Always consider me and my feelings. OP, my darling, I was on your side, but your boyfriend has their own feelings. And I do agree that being secretive about messages is wrong and suspicious, and you have every right to feel the way you feel. But they also have their own feelings, and their own friends, and their own family to worry about. Number 12. The friends need to know about me. I believe it should be something that's brought up, not straight away, because it's a very douchey move to go, hi, my name is Michael with a B. I have a partner. Stay away. That makes you look like a douche. It makes it look like you're expecting to be hit on. It's just a one-way street to no friend village, and it's not nice. 13. No secretive conversations like don't tell anyone. Isn't that like no secretive messages? Is this like a repetition? No secretive conversations like don't tell anyone. If it could hurt our relationship or cause trust issues. Okay, I get it, but don't tell anyone could also include surprise parties and gifts, just letting you know. But trust issues should never be brought up in like a relationship. Trust issues, just break up if they're a part of your relationship. Even if they haven't been caused and you just have trust issues, why are you dating people if you have trust issues? Just work on yourself so you don't cause harm to your partner. Here we go. Another repetition. I should always be prioritized. I'm sorry, I'm no longer on OP's side. This person hasn't cheated, as we can see. Maybe they did in an update, but there's no update as I'm reading this. So the partner hasn't cheated, but this person is acting as though they have. Yes, your partner should be your priority, but so should yourself and your other loved ones, like, family and friends. I hate this next one, number 15. No one-on-one hangouts with another gender. What does this mean? Do you want 2 women? Do you want 3 genders? Do you want to always be there? Like, don't you have a job? Don't you have work? Don't you have college? A job and work are the same thing. I meant to say college. Do you have to always be there for your partner to hang out with another person? This is this is exhausting. I agree with these next two, 16 and 17. No downplaying or gaslighting. Yeah, that's just wrong. No emotional/physical intimacy. Of course, like, that's just a given unless you're in an open relationship or a poly. 18, yeah, always be honest. It's a given. Number 19, no emotional bonding gifts, like bracelets or things with sentimental meaning, if it's not a childhood friend. Do birthday gifts count, or Christmas gifts? I love gift giving. It's one of my love languages. And one thing I got for a lot of friends is I bought from a small business, and I bought these beautiful handmade bracelets. Doesn't mean I'm in love with them. It just means that I supported a small business, and I gave my friends and family some beautiful bracelets that match. They were all different colours as well. So I want to know, does this include like birthdays and Christmas? 20. If both I and a friend need him, I get prioritised. Okay, situation. If you stub your toe and the friend breaks an arm, do you still get prioritised? I think my cats have the zoomies. But yeah, back to this. If you, stub your toe, like I did say, and a friend, breaks a leg or loses a family member or something extreme, do you still get prioritised? I need to know the context of that one, because there is levels of priority. There is, I need you because I'm feeling depressed or I'm feeling sick. And then there's, I need you, come quick, someone's trying to break into my house. Or, I need you on the phone now because my father's in the hospital. Or, I've lost my grandma. There's different levels of priority. I am not on anyone's side anymore. I think this is an unhealthy relationship. OP is too needy. And the boyfriend in this situation is not willing to commit. So both of them should just split. Am I asking too much, or am I overreacting? They were not overreacting in the beginning, but yes, they are asking too much now. After getting to these boundaries, these are not boundaries, these are just rules. These are like laws. I think to be in a relationship like this, you must be miserable. Like, not seeing friends unless your partner's there. That means you'll have to arrange a day to meet a friend when they're not in work, you're not in work, and the partner's not in work. I should always be prioritised, so you should never prioritise yourself or your family or your friends or your work, but your partner. See, some of them are okay. Don't gaslight and don't cheat and, make sure people are aware of the relationship. Some of them are just insane. I'm not on anyone's side. Everybody sucks here. I know it's not an am I the asshole, it's more of a, it is an am I overreacting. This is insane. Please let me know what you think, because I am insanely baffled, especially by these 20 rules. Some of them are the same, so it's more like 15. I'm more just, my guests are flabbered at the I should always be prioritized and no one-on-one hangouts. Those two have got me completely messed up. Those have just got me completely messed up in the brain. But feel free to let me know in the comments how you feel. And I will catch you in the next video. My voice sounds completely trashed now because I am completely worn out from this. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time, my darlings. Mwah.